So if you have sharp edges, you would engage in the drill compensation menu. If there's no sharp edges, and if you're doing zirconia, for example, and they are milled out way bigger than what the original size is, then we will skip the drill compensation here. We're going to go to survey. Now it's super important that we survey all of these surfaces. Okay, and so we're going to click on survey surfaces. If you click the wrong one, it will give you an error message. If you click anything else, it gives you an error message. So survey upper surfaces. So you should have a scene like this, and now we do not survey like this. Okay, so we need in the scene, because we're moving the scene, this is absolutely incorrect. We need to move inside this widget, and once we've moved the scene, we need to move and see it from the top or the bottom. So if we're in this situation and we click on top, it'll give you an error message because this is a lower model. Sorry, this is an upper model. We have to see it from the top bottom view. Click on here, left click on the inside, keep your finger down on the left mouse button and then moving it like this. Okay, you'll see there's a crisscross arrow in the center of the screen as we're moving it like this. Hold your finger down on the left mouse button. Now I'm surveying and I'm looking for certain things. I'm looking at the undercuts here. I'm looking here because I don't want this extending over my margin, for example. So this is basic surveying techniques. All right, so we do this all the time when we survey in the lab, for example. Then block out. So if again you press the wrong buttons, it will tell you an error message. For example, here it'll tell you an error code. We'll publish these error codes as well. So block that out. Now you will have seen how it flips backwards like that. It's taken the original position of how it was before. You should have, in the scene now, you should have these surveyed blocked out models like this, the transparent gray, and you should also see the blue ones. Notice that the blue ones appear like this. This is because they have been placed in front in Blender, the scene. Okay, but this is done on purpose so that we can actually see these blue surfaces. Otherwise, they'll just join in with the rest of the green model and we won't be able to see them. So there's an explanation behind that. Next, we go to the margins and contacts. Okay, again, first thing we do is we disclude the contacts. So again, if you press on the wrong button, say here, it'll give you an error message that you've got the wrong one. We're working on an upper model. Alright, so we're going to click on this one, and this will turn them in a pink color, and then we will go to the next. We will do the margins. Alright, so this is what it should look like. And now what we're going to do is we're going to be selecting where we want our support margins to be. This is the next part of this video. Now we're not going to put a support margin on the Pontic surface. Alright, this is the surface by itself. We're going to select this one, we can select them both together, and we're going to put a 0.1 margin. Now what is super important is for you to inspect that this margin is correct. Okay, so in edit mode, if we click on this little thing, it should look like this. Now this margin, if it doesn't look like that, then you may need to scale it a little bit. Using the S key, you can scale this. So it's fundamentally important that this specific margin does not crinkle or is too close to the blue surface. It needs to stand away a little bit, like it does, and toggle back like that. So then you can add more to the margin, or you can take less. So plus, we'll scale it out microscopically like this, and we can delete margins and change our mind if we want to change our mind. So this concludes this video. Then we're going to go to the next menu.